Out there, this is Seto with my friend Alex today, and I'll leave down in the description below his channel and where you can find his channel at and look at what he's been doing on his channel. But today he's going to be presenting to you guys his Red Eyes deck profile. I know a lot of you guys on the channel have actually been asking for a Red Eyes deck profile, and he's going to be bringing his version of the deck. I'll be probably doing a version of Red Eyes later on, but not right now. I'm kind of busy. I'm working on a whole bunch of other different decks, but without further ado, I'll let Alex take over. Thank you, man.
Hey, what up, YouTube? You know who it is, your boy, Alex.
I do.
So I heard you guys like deck profiles. Well, if you actually like good deck profiles, then you're better off clicking away right now. This is a terrible deck. I put it together last week with a bunch of reprint cards that I got from a friend. This is one of my old-time favorite decks. Why? It's super fast, it's aggressive, and it just wins. It does. It really, really does. I think my win ratio is, I would say, I don't want to say perfect, but 9 out of 10 games I've won, and a lot of my friends have been asking for the list, and I don't really like giving out my list like that until I know it's perfect, and I feel that this list is near. It's almost there. There are a few cards that I wish I could take out, but I can't because I don't have the cards that I want to play. But I will start giving you the list right now. For the Red Ice monsters, you play 3 Flare and 3 Red Ice. The reason why you max out on these is because you need to send them to the graveyard as soon as possible. If you open with 2 or 3 of these cards in your opening hand, you're probably going to lose. Unless you have cards to get them out of your hand, like Allure of Darkness, which is a 3, Curse of the Red Stone, which is a 3. So there's a lot of ways to get them out of the hand. I wish we could play Trident, but it's a level 7, you know. But whatever. So you have to max out on all these cards. You send them to graveyard. If you manage to do that, if you put 4 of these dragons in the graveyard by turn 1, you are going to win no matter what on your following turn. So you max out on these because you will be banishing a few, and you will be using them for Fuse and Fodder. Which, yes, I am playing the Fusion build, which I don't want to, but we kind of have to. Because the Fusion lets you send 5 dragons in your opening turn, which is insane. So, 6. Only 2 stones. You never summon this card. You only play it because you're playing 3 Allures and you want to banish it.
Yeah, that's true.
This card is awful. Like, it really, really is. I wish it was a little better. I wish it was a tuner, you know? Like, if this card was a tuner...
Agreed. I wish that was a tuner. I agree with that.
But you know what? Red Eyes. We can curse, right?
Yes, we can curse.
Fuck Red Eyes and Dark Magicians. Blue Eyes gets all the good things. So this card sucks. You only play 2 Allure. So you play 2 of this card. I'm gonna get to this later. Play 2 of your Searchers, which searches your Searcher, which is insane. This is one of the best cards in the deck, to be honest. Main reason why you play 2 instead of 3 is because he gets cloggy. Yeah, it's a Dark for Allure, but you don't want to clog your hand with these cards. As long as this card is in your opening hand, you're probably gonna win because it lets you dump. So 2 of this for now. Makes your Red Eyes big. One of the best cards in the deck, because we only play 1 because we don't only need the 1. Like, 3 please. If you resolve this once, you're gonna win the game. So there's no need to play more than 1. Just 1's perfect. One of the new Gemini guy. This card is actually insane. Once you read it for the first time, you're gonna say the same thing I said. It's terrible. But then when you're playing the actual game and you resolve its effect, you're gonna win that turn. Why? Because all your guys are affected by card effects. One of the Archbrave Dragons. This was my last minute add to the deck, like last minute addition.
How's that been working out for you? Just curious.
I haven't tried it yet. I added it last night, and I figure this could work. Why? Because you play cards like Twin Twister, Dragon Shrine. You want to put them in the graveyard, and if they are in the graveyard, he will let you special summon a guy back.
So listen to him, he's lying to you.
Yes, I am a terrible player.
Not a terrible player,
deck
he's
builder.
intentionally telling you bad things.
He's intentionally.
Keeper of the Shrine, it's a great card. I wouldn't play it after. I'm actually testing these two cards. This card is actually very powerful, but I hate drawing it. Like, I absolutely hate it. Yeah, it's a dark for a lore, but come on.
You have Twin Twister, luckily.
You will never.
Still.
If you're like me, you're gonna draw terrible all the time and lose every game. So, but I still play these because they're very powerful. He's a hand trap and he lets you keep more presence. So just 1 and 1. Any more and it gets clogged. And for the best card in the game, Max C, you just have to play this or you're just not playing the game. Simple. 2, no more. I feel that any other monster clogs. And you only need to play 2. 3 is too many. Come on.
I keep like throwing them away.
That's it for the monsters. That's like 12. I want to say that's 13 monsters, but don't quote me. For the spells, we play a bunch of spells. Everything to go. You just draw, and send to graveyard, and you just kill your opponent. So 3 Allure of Darkness because the best card ever printed. 3 of this awful, terrible card that I hate so much, but when it resolves, you probably win the game. Why it's not a red ice card, I don't know, but you play 3.
The fact that you can't search a kill.
That's so retarded. Like, it should have been a red ice card, but whatever. You know, we can't have nice things. Fuck red ice, right? You play 3 because if you resolve this, you're going to win the game. Why am I saying you're going to win the game a lot? Is because you actually win the game with this deck.
Set up your grave.
If your opponent doesn't have an answer to your plays, you're winning. You summon 3 red ice flare metal dragons and 2 fusions and just kill them. So 3. That's six draw cards. Any of these in your opening hand, you're good. That's why I play 3 of each. And 3 of the new card. Card is brilliant. If you open with this card, you send, let's see, 1 on activation. You send 4 dragons out of 1
Cell
card.
phone for sale. I've got a starting bid of $25.
So if you open with this card, you send 4 dragons. So it's actually pretty clutch. One of my favorite cards. I'm mad that this can't search this. If it could, oh my gosh, but you play 3 because you want to open with it. You play 3 of the best spell card in your deck because Monster Reborn and having a protection from battle.
We all know what gospel charity.
I mean, it's called Return of the Dragon Lord. It's not gospel, but you know, we know what it does. Blue Ice made it famous. 2 fusions. I play 2 because 3 is too many. I only have 2 targets in my extra deck for me to fuse. And if you resolve this card, you're gonna win the game again. Because sending dragons is the name of the game for this deck. If you send dragons, you get them back from the graveyard, you're gonna win. And if you want me to prove that as Seto for some games, and I will gladly play anybody and show you how fast and ridiculous it is. 2 Foolish Burial times 2. If you open multiples of this card in your opening hand, it sucks because you can only activate once per turn. But having 1 to send 2 dragons on the first turn and sending an Arcbrave on the following is actually pretty clutch. So that's the main reason why I'm playing Arcbrave. 2 Twin Twisters. Why? Because fuck back row, and there are a lot of big dudes that you have in hand, and you need them to be in the graveyard for you to bring back. So 2 is actually pretty good. If you play 3, that's fine. I understand, but I just like 2. I don't like any card that's a 3 of that's not a combo piece. So 2.
Okay, cool.
1 Silver Scry as one of the revivals. It only special summons normal monsters, but if you can get a red ice and then start bringing them back with this, you're in the money. And for the last spell card, I play 1 Soul Charge because I'm allowed to play Soul Charge. I will play Soul Charge. That's it for the spells. That is, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21 spells. That's a lot of spells. For the traps, I'm playing 3 red ice traps, 2 Return of the Red Ice, and 1 Spirit. I'm mixed feelings about this card. Even though it's great, it's just not as good as this one. But this one only gets normal monsters, and this lets you special summon Flare Metal Dragon or Darkness Dragon. So they're both good in their own way. But I'm playing 2 of this and 1 of this just because this card is better in the long run, but this card is a little more powerful. So I feel that 2 and 1 is correct. I can see myself cutting this, but I need to test. And for the last 2 cards in the deck, I play 1 emptiness because game, and 1 skill drain because game. You open with any of these and your opponent doesn't have an out, you win the game. This card will always be live. You don't need your effects. You're playing 24 3,000 attacking dragons that you just summon them to beat your opponent's phase in. If you have this in your opening hand and 2 to 3 dragons punching them, you're going to win. That's it for the main deck. That is 41 cards because I am bad. And for the extra deck, you don't really need a lot of cards. There should be a big eye here, but it's in my other deck. I feel lazy, I don't want to get it. So I'm playing 3 of the best cards in your extra deck because it burns. If you summon 1 while having 2 dragons in graveyard, you summon the second one, and the second will summon the third with 2 materials. So you're burning your opponent for 1,500 damage every turn. That's insane. So you win the game by resolving this. And if you don't believe me, play against the deck and you'll find out. 1 Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. We never summon him with his full effects. He's just here as a 3,000 beater. At times we need to crush into a 3,000 beater because everything in the deck, except for the new fusion, is weak. So this is an out to a problem. You know, I guess he crushes into Blue Eyes, and if you have a return, you can protect it. And remember, if you're playing some pendulum monsters in your extra deck, you can. Your main deck, you can actually pop it, put them in the scale, and get a pendulum card, which is never gonna come up, but that's an option. I play with Draco Sack because it's Draco Sack. You use tokens to pop cards in your opponent's side of the field. It's a nod to a problem again. If your opponent is sitting behind a floodgate, summon Draco Sack pop.
It's 50.
And for the last 2 cards that I have with me right now, I'm playing 2 of the new fusion. Fuck the old fusion. I refuse to play Summon Skull. The card doesn't do anything in your hand. You never want to draw it, so screw that card. You don't need it to win. That card's just a win more, and if you are playing that card, you need to reevaluate your options and your mentality because it's not the best way to go about the deck. This card is awesome. When it's fusion summon, you send a dragon, and by fusion summoning this, you send 2 dragons. So that's 3 dragons out of your main deck for you not to draw and for you to bring back. You see what I mean by this deck wants to get the dragons out of the graveyard into the field, and if you do, you're gonna win. Again, that is my take on Red Eyes for this format. It's not the best deck, the most meta deck ever, but it's hella fun. It wins a lot. Again, 9 out of 10 of my matches have been won because this deck is ignorant. It just summons a bunch of vanillas and just says attack for the game. And I'm aware there are a lot of FTK lists running around with Blast or Red Eyes Burn, whatever the hell that card's called. And you just FTK your opponent, but that's degenerate. You don't want to do that if you're playing the game. You want to give your opponent a chance to play. So that's it for my Red Eyes deck profile. Again, check my channel. It will be in the description down below. Let me know what you think of my deck. And thank you for watching. Alex out. Peace.